In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is the Arabic language hard or easy? Well, it depends. Recently I have just read this survey that says, or I would say that claims, that the Arabic language is the hardest ever. But actually, I think that this is an exaggeration. Well, one of you might say that's because it's your mother tongue and you are a specialist in it. So that's it. I would just like to tell you something that might impress you, or you might be astonished to know that. When I was little, I used to hate this language, but I was sure that it's not the language, it's the way that I am being taught by. I was sure that actually maybe it's something about me. I don't think in the word hard or impossible or whatever. What I really think is, I think that nothing is hard. Excuse me one second. Hey, pretty cat, what are you doing? Sorry, this is my cat. She was about to get herself chucked into your electricity. What about you, cat? Are you trying to get yourself killed or something? Take care of yourself, please. Take more care of yourself. Okay? Please, I would really like to ask you if you don't mind to leave us alone for a couple of minutes, because we are filming here. Okay? I'll let you know to go to sleep or play or do whatever you want, because we are filming. Okay, and I'll be right back with you now after I finish filming. Okay? Okay, bye, take care. Take care, break out. Sorry for that. What I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, cat. Okay, what I was saying is, I was talking about the Arabic language. Well, oh yeah. I'm not trying to prove that the Arabic language is easy. Well, if you think about it, it's good for me to say or to claim that the Arabic language is hard. Or it's good for me as a teacher of Arabic as a foreign language. It's good for me to say that it is a hard language, because, or to be a hard language, because thus then I'll be having a chance to work as. I remember one of my teachers at the British Council one day, when one of our classmates asked her or said to her, "Oh, this language is hard, the English language is hard," and then this teacher said, "Well, if it wasn't, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now." Reminders to make the Arabic language easy for you. I don't like to memorize too much without understanding. But some people might say that sometimes we should memorize without any understanding, because some facts just needs to be memorized. Okay, that might be right, but the point is, why don't we limit the amount of things that we should memorize them without any understanding? And that actually will be by using some kinds of reminders, or even if we don't have a reason, a logic reason why the bat letter is like that, why do we pronounce it like bat and ta and tha and all the other letters? We don't have reason. This is how the Arabic people pronounce it like that, and this is how they agreed to write this letter like that and pronounce it like that. But what I'm trying to do now is using the English language to give you some helpful tips and some helpful reminders to remind you without any kind of memorization or memorizing from you, to tell you the pronunciation of each letter. I can't promise you that I'm going to give you a reminder for each single letter, because some of them really don't need reminders. But what I'm trying to do is to give you reminders for these letters that look like each other, like these ones, to help you out. Okay, these three letters, ba and ta and tha, they look like each other's. All of them, they look like a boat on the Nile or on the sea. And it's just a matter of dot. It's just a dot, or a group of dots are the ones who are going to tell you what is the pronunciation of this letter. And that might confuse some people, especially at the beginning of learning a language. But let me ask you something. If I would ask you about a letter like that, even if you know it already, imagine that you don't know it, and let me ask you something. Where is the dot? Well, someone, and most of the students actually, tell me it's underneath the letter. Some say it's under the letter, some say it's... I would say, why don't we say it is below? It's below the letter. And because it is below the letter, so it sounds like B. And it can be B, can be boo, can be ba, depending on the vowel that comes with that. But the point is, it's below the letter, so it's a ba sound. Okay, and the second letter, ta. How many dots do we have here? 2. So it sounds like ta. What about the other letter, which is the third letter? How many dots do we have here? 3. So it sounds like tha. Maybe tha, maybe thu, maybe thi, depending on the vowel that comes with it. Well, this kind of reminders, you can make your reminders yourselves. When you letter, especially for those students who speak English or all these languages that don't have these sounds in it, it sounds like if you are fogging a glass in order to clean it. And I usually ask my students to practice and to train the new muscles. You know, we use new muscles here in order to produce sounds. And what will happen to this muscle or this muscle if we stopped using it for a long time? It will become weak. What if we wanted to use it again? We will have to train it first in order to get stronger, then we'll be able to use it and carry things. And we have here muscles, and these muscles produce these sounds. And imagine if you haven't ever pronounced a letter like ha or ra like that. The muscles here, it's not only have been stopped for a long time, no, they haven't been used ever, but they are there. So you need to train them very well in order to be able to use them, in order to strengthen them, so you'll be able to use them and produce sounds perfectly like a native speaker. The point is how to train and to exercise these kind of sounds. And inshallah, in the next episodes we will go through the other tips, useful tips to help us learning the Arabic language the funny way, the easy way, the most amusing way ever. And please write your comments if you have. Feel free to contact me to ask for any information, for any questions, any inquiries you have. And until next time, take care and thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Because it's gonna be a little bit disgusting for you.